Now, Nollywood is entering what many are calling its cinematic rebirth with bigger budgets, sharper visuals, and bolder storytelling, redefining what's possible in Nigerian film. Now, as the final quarter of 2025 gets underway, the lineup of theatrical releases and industry events is signaling a new face for African cinema, one that's ambitious, confident, and poised to compete on the global stage. Well, joining us to break down this exciting moment is film critic and, Nollywood aficionado, Eniola Tito, who's of course been following these trends closely and has plenty to say about where the industry is headed. First of all, I have to say welcome back to the show. Eniola, it's good to see you.
Appreciate it.
Fantastic.
How you dey go?
Push on.
I love that. So let's go straight into it. Now, there's so much happening, within the Nollywood space, as it were. I think my first question to you would be, this new energy that we're seeing, with bigger budgets, stronger visuals, like I said, more daring stories, what do you think is driving this creative shift?
That's a great question. I don't know if maybe it's just people are tired of same old, and people have been complaining on both sides, the filmmakers, but particularly the audience, have been complaining about the storytelling that's been coming out of Nollywood. It hasn't been really vibrant and rich. So what we've seen in recent times is movies with better stories. Dare I put it like that? We've seen My Father's Shadow, which has a bit of controversy around it because it's been selected as the UK's contribution for the Academy Awards, even though it's a Nigerian story. But it was a very good movie story-wise. In this final quarter of the year, we're seeing some interesting things. Daniel Etim-Effiong's film just came out, The Herd, and it's doing really well. Fantastic storytelling on that as well. The writer for that, Lani Aisida, did a marvelous job. He's a fabulous writer. So, as you said, we're seeing some kind of like a resurgence or something, or we're seeing a shift. Yeah. And I think it's because there's been a demand for better storytelling.
100%.
All right, so do you feel like Nollywood is finally breaking its own mold? Like, we've seen them move from the normal family dramas into thrillers, historical pieces, and, just genre blending movies.
Just yesterday, we had the cast of Idia, which is a supernatural thriller coming out this year. We've seen Madame Coin,
loads of them.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Idia comes out this weekend, actually. It comes out tomorrow, and it's a horror from what I gather. And I think Nollywood is experimenting, which is surprising. I think we saw more of the experimentation when the streamers were around, for variety's sake. But now that the streamers aren't here and it's mainly just the cinemas, I'm surprised that Nollywood is now experimenting with other genres and better storytelling. Typically, what you see is that Nollywood will stick to the slapstick comedy stuff and the big names, particularly the actors from the Southwest and, those films that have lots of A-listers. That's what we see usually. But now they're switching things up a bit. I think maybe the push has come to shove, or how does the expression go? And they're trying something different. And I'm quite pleased about it.
Before Shaito even jumps in, why can't we try and do something like all these fiction movies or action movies like Furious, Fast and Furious, those kind of things, those kind of,
more action.
Why can't we have our own Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
We have
Yes, we have Bolanle in Nollywood. We do have Bolanle in Nollywood. You see, it's expensive to try new things in Nigeria. It is, and Nigerians like sticking to. I guess it's just a business thing. You stick to what works. I mean, we're talking about what's coming out in this quarter. Funke Akindele is coming out once again. I think on the 12th of December with her new film Behind the Scenes, and it may interest you to know that out of the top 5 highest-grossing Nollywood films ever from Nigeria, 4 of them are Funke Akindele films. Yeah. So she has a formula and it works. And some people try and replicate the formula. If she were to, she has a formula, yes, but she tries to switch things up as well. But what you will see consistently in Funke Akindele's films is lots of star power and a bit of slapstick. It tends to work. So to your question, Ikena, on why we don't switch things up, sci-fi this and action that.
Jurassic Park.
Well, let's just say it will cost a lot of money, Ikena. That's it.
That laughter. I don't believe that we can do Jurassic Park. Come on.
We can. It will take a lot of imagination. And in the indie circuit, there's the S16 Festival, which explores some kind of alternative storytelling that borders on like mystery and horror. I think it's happening. It happens every November. If I go next month, it'll be the first time I go. So those films actually do get made, but they are not. They don't have A-listers. They don't have theatrical releases. They don't have the push that we tend to see. And these days, it's an attention economy, such that unless the influencers or the actors with the huge followings are pushing it, the audience will not see it. They're a bit niche, and it's people who are in that niche, maybe people like me who are into that type of thing, that will know about these films and see these films. And so it's not that some of these films aren't being made. They're just not as widespread or mainstream as you would like.
We need to do something.
And it's interesting that you'd say that. I want to just quickly touch on, and we had spoken about this off air. Last week, I think both of us had been at the Film House reveal of their slate or for their Q4 movies.
You were there, I wasn't there.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, I don't know why I thought you were there. My bad. And, while I was sitting in the audience, it reminded me of Netflix's To Doom, which is what this big event that they hold to announce, their slate of movies. Do you see this, this strategy? Do you think that's like a strategy that we should be looking at with our, cinema and distribution, streaming, where we should have maybe an event centered around like the precedence of a movie? What are your thoughts about that? Showcasing it, yes.
Yes, I think it's a good initiative. I don't think it was their first one. I did, check it out, and they didn't just showcase the Nollywood or the Nigerian productions coming out really soon. They also showcased a lot of the American films from the big studios.
Yes.
From the big studios, they talked about, I think they mentioned Avatar, which comes out this December, but the majority of them, the slate of films from, studios like Disney, Warner, Universal, and whatnot, they listed things like The Devil Wears Prada 2, which comes out on May 1st next year. People are saying that may do even better than Barbie did 2 years ago. Barbie did over $1 billion. So The Devil Wears Prada, as you would know, fantastic film several years ago, over 10 years ago, the first one. So the sequel comes out next year in May. You have another Spider-Man movie coming out in July. You have Supergirl coming out in June. Then in December, we've got another Avengers movie, Avengers Doomsday, and Dune 3, both coming out on the same day, I think on the 18th or 16th, on the 18th of December. So yeah, there's a whole lot of films that they showcased at that event.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with Netflix, should I say interested in Nollywood, do you think streaming platforms are elevating local, should I say, standards over shadowing cinema-first experiences?
I don't think the foreign streamers, and we all know they've left the country, and I don't.
They left. They're still kind of here.
No, so I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, the movie person here, I feel like what they've done is they've stopped actually, should I say,
originals.
God bless you, originals. The sponsorship of movies and all that. I feel like right now, probably if
you make your film,
you
go to them, if they like it,
exactly.
They buy it. Yeah.
And I, if I'm not mistaken, I heard, a little bird told me, and I actually asked a few people that some people were not utilizing the money given to them to produce movies. But that was a big.
Yes,
imagine they give them $5 million to produce a movie. They use $500,000.
I mean, how will you buy your new house now?
That laughter means that it's true. Continue.
So, I think the streamer, they are still here, but they just keep on backing out. For example, the two big streamers, when your movie goes to them, before we would say a movie it would be a worldwide release, right? But now it's just an Africa release or a Sub-Saharan Africa release or something like that. For example, Farmer's Bride, fantastic film. I saw it last year, award-winning film. It just got on Netflix last Friday.
Yeah.
And the people, my friends abroad, like, we can't see it. It's not available to them overseas. It's only available to those of us here. Oh. And I think the filmmakers here in Nigeria, particularly this, like Cover that we talked about last time I was here, they are aware of this, which is why they came up with Cover. So the solution for the people in diaspora who cannot watch Farmer's Bride on Netflix since it's not available there, they have the option of Cover. So, Netflix and Prime, they are here, but if you ask me, my personal opinion, they don't really care.
Exactly.
They don't really care. And I feel they're going through their own issues as well. Elon Musk said something a few weeks ago about Netflix and caused Netflix to lose billions of dollars in share price and stock value. So they have their own issues they are dealing with. I think Nigeria and Africa is the least of their problems.
So
all right then. Okay, sorry. So the final question, because we're running out of time here. There's some major trailers that came out at this event. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it. The Herd. We had Behind the Scenes, which is Jennifer's own. I'm sorry, oh my God, I call her Jennifer. Funke Akindele's own, and the Colors of Fire, which was the reaction was crazy. If you had to pick one of these films that could truly mark a cinematic rebirth, one that sets a new standard, which one would it be and why? Just based on the trailers.
Briefly,
based on the trailers, I'd say The Herd, which has already come out.
Yeah.
You know, it's an October release, and I rarely recommend Nollywood films because, like I told someone recently, getting excited about Nollywood films is like women getting excited about meeting or talking stage with a new guy. Hey, just take it easy. What you see there is what you see there. Don't have expectations. So I don't have expectations about Nollywood, but The Herd is a very good film in my opinion. I recommend it to the two of you. I think that's what has marked this rebirth you speak of. The other things we're going to see for the rest of the year, Three Cold Dishes, which is Osazi's new film produced by Burna Boy and his mom.
Three Cold Dishes.
Yes. That's coming out. It may be interesting, but I'll just leave it to answer your question, The Herd. The rest remains to be seen.
All right, I'll be checking out The Herd. Thank you so much for coming in. We always love it. Movie critic Eniola Tito. Until we see you again.